This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, July 31st. Beyond the fact the heat dome is breaking and it's not 113 real feel outside. I take that as a big win for me, but perhaps not the business of podcasting. For my top story today, top podcast advertisers June 2025. Magellan AI's monthly chart of top movers and shakers and top overall spend by brands has been updated with June data. Sports remains the favorite investment for podcast advertisers, taking 11 of the top 15 top genre for advertisers for spend. Disney, LinkedIn, and T-Mobile are among the top 15 spenders this month. They spent a lot more than they did in May, but the number one slot goes to Toyota, with $5,710,000 and some change spent in June. While more and more brands are getting into podcast advertising, it's worth taking a step back every now and then to recognize how far the industry has come from almost exclusively promo code-driven direct-to-consumer campaigns in the early days to now where Toyota is dropping nearly $6 million on podcast ads. Next up, Google will use machine learning to estimate users' age and block them from restricted content and ads. This week, the company says it'll begin using machine learning to study the watch behavior of YouTube accounts to decide if the user is under the age of 18. If flagged as under 18, the account will receive a notification from Google and become ad restricted across all Google products. Ad personalization will automatically disable, and ad-sensitive categories such as alcohol, gambling, or weight loss products will be blocked from that account. The early tests of this age assurance feature will target some signed-in users in the United States over the coming weeks. This article from Adweek's coverage does not mention if the process will have a way to prove a false positive. Shout out to all the parents out there who watch tons of kids' videos from their phone for said kid. Next up, Influencer Marketing Survival Playbook, how the creator economy is shaping up in the back half of 2025. With a hectic first half of the year dominated by threats of a TikTok ban and on-again, off-again tariffs throwing plans to the wind, influencer marketing is seeing some shifts. Micro and niche content creators are becoming more of a hot commodity with marketers as they shift away from targeting audiences that are a mile wide and an inch deep to the reverse. Authenticity and trust are key to ensuring ROI on influencer deals, and they're hard to replicate at significant scale. Something the world of podcasting could deliver in spades. Just saying. Next up, TikTok to roll out new tool for advertisers to follow people beyond the app. The new tool, called Engaged Session, aims to measure user behavior after they leave the TikTok app without using pixel tracking. As of today, advertisers on TikTok now have the ability to target users who spend at least 10 seconds on a website or retail landing page after clicking on an ad within TikTok, with new engagement metrics like total engaged sessions and cost per engaged session, which the app aims to closely align with third-party analytics platforms like Google or Adobe Analytics. And for the final top story, podcasts become a strategic IP play for Hollywood talent. Podcasting is no stranger to star-studded casts and producers piloting IP concepts before committing to a full TV pilot. Shout out to Gimlet's Homecoming back in the day. But now these testbed podcasts have skewed even more Hollywood. Digiday covers the growing trend of established actors like Gina Torres and Ty Burrell headlining audio fiction productions that serve dual purposes, both as creative outlets for the actors and a launch pad for new wholly owned intellectual property. As for the rest of the news, Jar Audio is no more, with the company now rebranded, to Jar Podcast Solutions, along with a simple message to marketers: podcasts should perform. Night Vale Presents, the podcast label containing everything from indie darlings like Dream Boy to the legacy hit Welcome to Night Vale, has signed a multi-year podcast partnership with Realm, who will be exclusively representing Night Vale Presents podcasts for ad sales, distribution, and live events. SiriusXM Media VP of Sales and Revenue Operations Gabe Tartaglia has a guest piece on Adweek focusing on elevating country-specific podcast sales. The true crime podcast Morbid is moving from Wondery to SiriusXM with a new multi-year deal giving SiriusXM exclusive advertising rights for the video and audio versions of the long-running show. Nielsen has published the record for Q2, the record being a quarterly report card on U.S. consumers' listening habits fielded by Edison Research. Speaking of research, analyst Adam Bowie, posting poolside from a vacation, has new insights into the new Rajar quarterly report on audio in the UK. And for my final quick hit, WNBA star Sophie Cunningham has reportedly signed a deal with The Volume, with Cunningham co-hosting a weekly podcast named Show Me Something, starting this week. Be sure to check out the links to every article I've talked about by clicking the link in your podcast description, or you can go to soundsprofitable.com and find the download section. You could subscribe to the newsletter version while you're there. The download is written and produced by myself, Brian Barletta, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for the download recap.